The winner to meet New Zealand in the grand final. And Luke Neville will get his first hands to it. Will they keep it in courts? It'll go the way of the Wildcats. The Leon a little unlucky not to keep it in court. The pressure comes straight away. The Leon taking on Martin. Gibson on Lish. Petrie and Redditch running together. Neville up against Hudson. Through the middle of the... Finish off the line.
Straight off the bat, going straight into Luke Neville. That's the sort of thing you want to develop or create that inside game, start establishing it straight up, and then that'll open up the perimeter. Obviously, the Wildcats are a great three-point shooting team.
So here's Petrie. He was unbelievable in game one. His first half, some of the best basketball you'll see. Here's Worthington off the backboard, rattles around, and still no score. Toby with it in the corner. Gives it off to Neville. Posting up on Worthington. He's stuck inside the key. Now it's back out to Toby. Can he... It's working very...
They just got a hand on it, deflection. Enough for the ball to spill to Cameron Toby for the layup.
Intense straight away. Here's Hudson. To Worthington. Oh, nearly stolen from Martin. He is amazing when he puts his hands in there. Incredible he doesn't get more fouls, but he's so quick.
Yeah, he's got great anticipation. Just knows when the big man doesn't have any vision of where he is. Just sneaks in there.
Here's De Leon. Goes for the jumper from the top of the key. He's been terrific in this final series, Cedric De Leon. Points in the pass.
Aggressive like that, establish himself down low, 2 feet away from the rim. That's what the Wildcats and Coach Rob Beveridge are going to be happy to see more and more of.
An aggressive move then from Mark Worthington. There'll be a foul as he drove his way through to the hoop. And we'll go on Luke Neville, his first, as I said, as we watch the foul.
And Worthington himself is a lot more aggressive than we've seen in game one and game two. Obviously struggled in game one. Game two, a little bit more offensive output, and Coach Joey Wright talked about it in his interview, pre-game interview, that he would love for Mark Worthington to have that breakout game. I'm sure Mark Worthington would love to have
that that's right. 11 points, 11 rebounds in game one. In this first quarter. A few players slipping and sliding over the court. That's been a hot day today as Neville grabs it. The pass inside was very nice. And Greenwich's finish was almost fluky.
Yeah. He was obviously trying to get it in though, mate. So how can you say that's a fluke?
Oh, no. Well, it just went a little higher than I think he expected. But anyway, he'll take it, and the foul was there anyway, so...
Great vision from Neville. He started off on fire. Been fantastic. Nice little dish to Damien Martin on the first play of the game as well. So not only looking to score and be aggressive, but distribute.
No, the coach would have said... That was big.
That was, you know, is that Blake Griffin like?
Yeah, that was up there
earlier this week.
Yeah, that was golden. Hudson Hawk is ready in the corner, goes for the three. Petrie works hard under the boards. They're moving the board quickly. Gibson's on the far side. He gets it to him, and the pass, no, was just a little late. Gibson was calling it for a long time. Here's the dunk. A little behind the back pass and a massive leap. The reaction was beautiful.
Very nice. Probably 2 feet shorter than Blake Griffin.
Yeah, okay.
Bit double.
Pump it up. Off the glass. Redditch, little jumper. He's good.
And that's twice now in transition. We've seen the Wildcats really try and get the ball down low. Either Sean Redditch or Luke Neville, that 4-5 spot, really running the lane and trying to get on top of that rim. And they're making a real focal point of that as Cam Tovey just steps forward and commits the foul, gets Anthony Petrie on the elbow, allegedly.
5 points for Sean Redditch in this game so far. And a pretty even spread. Here's the foul. He just slapped the elbow a little bit. I'm not sure it was worth a call, was it? But anyway, Petrie will go to the line. He'll be happy with the call. He drops the first. Point margin. And Petrie misses the second. Worthington snuck in underneath, though, and took the rebound. DeLeon wants to take on the big man in Neville, and he did that well. Just his float up. And we're all tied up. 9 plays 9. That one was forced a little bit too much, Tony.
Yeah, just the difference there was just the gap between Sean Redditch and Luke Neville. As the Leon tries, the alley-oop play comes up short.
So some sloppy basketball in the last 30 seconds or so. Neville. Dangerously to the ground. But he's finished the layup. He is on fire to start this game.
Beat 2 Gold Coast plays, and that right there, bad defensive transition from the Wildcats after a great play from Sean Redditch down the other end. Going to the mismatch, Gibson down low, Worthington coming across to help. He's still got it done, and then they don't get back on defense. Rob Beveridge will be seething.
7 points for Redditch to start this game. Is the game high score at the moment. There's a little gap there for Lish. He decides though to hold up and shoot the bomb. First shot there for Kevin Lish, lands the three-pointer. DeLeon with 4 points for the Gold Coast plays. Here's Gibson. Shoot tonight. Well done.
Gibson's really making a concerted effort to get Mark Worthington the ball. He really pulled that out. DeLeon probably had a half bad, not bad, too bad shot as the Wildcats turn it over, but they're really making a concerted effort to get in the ball.
And the movement was a little too quick for Petrie. A couple of steps before he put it to the floor. And he's called for the travel. 14, place 14. And we've got our first time out of the game. Just take a breather. All the action is on one. The Wildcats are 14, so to the Blaze.
Ashley and Martin is Australia's most trusted medical centre for hair loss technology. And enjoy the
The MacPack Easter sale is now on. Save up to 50% on rainwear. Our merino clothing range now from half price and up to 50% off gear from the brand you can trust. MacPack, adventure for life.
We are back here in the jungle. Sean Redditch leading the way with 7 points. The game all tied up. Adrista Leon also 7 points. He's 3 from 3 from the field, Adrista Leon. A couple of little two-pointers and a three-pointer. A very handy player in this competition. I hope he sticks around for a lot more than just one season. Yeah, it'd be nice for our league to maintain or keep some of these imports that come out here and have the D-Max, the
here.
To say, if we can just keep these real stars, it gives a lot of credibility to this league. So we've gone 5 minutes in this first quarter. We're all even. Here's Lish to Toby. Back to Lish in the corner, down low. Matty Knight up against Worthington. Like it there, just busting his way around, and a little hook shot drops in.
Yeah, the Gold Coast coming out of the zone and pretty soft. Just the Wildcats being able to pass the ball around a little bit, and then Matty Knight getting a good seal on Mark Worthington. It's funny, both these teams. Joey Wright talked about in the pre-game interview that the defense was something they were pretty. Still got 4 minutes to play.
The body fell as Redditch was nearby. He is in the groove. Sean Redditch, Idris de Leon and Sean Redditch, the two guns to come out tonight. Stepping it up in the big time. No one played more finals than the man sitting next to me, Tony Ronaldson. And some beauties over that time too, Tony. You were very good. De Leon, long-range jumper, just battles around.
It's the best time of year to play. It's fantastic, the intensity, and just, it's like the whole group of guys, they come together as one, and you really, every day you turn out to work, it's just to try and get that championship, and it's a fantastic feeling to play playoff basketball.
Stephen Hoare.
Mark Worthington backing himself there, just trying to give Kevin Lish a little bit of a gap, because he knows he's a little bit quicker. But in doing that, you're just opening yourself up for the jump shot. Sometimes it's better to say, hey, I'll let him get around me and rely on my help defense, just not let him shoot the ball like Kevin Lish did there.
The Perth Wildcats shooting at 75% at the moment, as we have a few changes. Toby and Redditch sit down, and Roberts and Wagstaff come on. So 75% for the Perth Wildcats, and 60. You'd be happy with both those for the rest of the game, even if it's at 60 throughout. 60% for the Blaze, they're going okay as well.
Both teams shooting at a great clip, but this is a real dangerous time here. 2.5 minutes to go. Talked about how they really stuck right now, just knowing that we can't let that lead get out beyond 6-8 points, because there's so much of this game to go, and the Wildcats can just pile on points quickly, and before you know it, you can be down double figures. So smart timeout by Joey Wright.
Sean Redditch, blazing start to this game. He is just on fire, down on the low post. His movement in the latter half of this season has been really good. I reckon he's just got that first step speed just going beautifully at the moment.
I think he would have been really priming himself at this time of year. We saw that nice high-low play that he just did. He got around two of probably the stronger players out there on the floor, in Worthington and Gibson, even though Gibson obviously guards that post match really come to play. Intensity's off. Got his scoring goggles on.
No doubt about that. The pass inside to Gibson. Oh, the foul will come on Robbins. Knight was often racing down the court.
Got Matty.
So here we go again. 4 points is the Wildcats lead. Or a bit of push and shove with Knight and Leon in the corner. Surely not. Another big basket from Idris de Leon.
Yeah, that's a tough shot, but breakdown in the zone defense that the Wildcats were playing there. There's someone, Petrie, I think, has been called for a foul. Just manhandling, I think referee Ray Hunt was referring to.
Jesse Petrie, Idris de Leon. Tony, because he's coming off a game that he'd rather forget. He was none from 7 from the three-point line. Not that that was a three-pointer. But he had only 8 points, shooting at 22% in game 2.
And I tell you what, he's gone to something unorthodox, because that's a play you're not going to see too often. Kevin Lish seeing an on-ball screen for Jesse Wagstaff. Pick and roll play, coming off, switching. Adam Gibson forced into the switch at an N1.
So the shooting continues to be spot on from both sides, but in particular the Perth Wildcats are out to 4 up the Blaze. Sticking around though. It's G'day. Really sting.
That's it. From Steve Hoare. He could have tried to power it up against the defensive rotation that came across, but realised just one extra pass to the weak side. Mark Worthington, feet set, feeling good. Drain the 3.
You can see two teams that have played intense basketball for a week or so, because their shooting has been superb.
I mean, these guys must absolutely be so tired. They've travelled so much in the third game. It takes so much out of you. Kevin Lish shows why he is the NBL MVP, and Chris Goulding absolutely played the referee for that one.
Oh, there's a headbutt as well too.
Brad Robbins better be careful.
This is what it's all about. Stuff a little bit. Stop and shove. Lish is not backing down. No, neither is Idris de Leon. And here is Robbins up against Goulding. Hoare. Time ticking away to 10 on the shot clock. Now down to 7. Idris de Leon needs to get a shot away. Works his way inside the key and Knight slots it away. There's going to be a foul. He's dragged him down. Idris de Leon. I want to see the replay of this. It's an interesting call. It's gone on Idris de Leon.
He obviously pulled Matty Knight down. Or no, Robbo.
Oh, he's pulled Robbins down.
Yeah.
So there we go, a foul on him. Goes on Goulding.
And we'll talk, it's funny, because we've got a few new referees, Lockie, and we're talking before the game. I find it weird that the NBL decides to rotate the referees. I found that whenever you stick with the same crew for the 3-game series, you get a lot more consistency. You don't rely on players trying to work out how is it going to be called tonight. I just can't figure that one out. Why? It's almost like they want to be fair and give everyone a turn.
Yeah, no, the best referees have got to call the game, and as you say, the same referees throughout the series, so they get a bit of a feel for the team.
Yep.
Here's Worthington, the top of the key to Kadee. All was there. The pass. A bit of body contact, not called. Robbins to Lish. To Toby, down low to Knight. He'll back in against Hoare and just force his way through. Will it finish? No! Oh, Worthington knocked it in. He was trying to tap it out of the basket and just didn't get enough on it. And it dropped back in the hoop.
I think right now, too, you look at these two lineups as we see Matty Knight just powering up there. Unlucky not to come up with a 2, but Worthington just trying to get it off and tips it back in. But you look at these two lineups, and this is where the Wildcats have the advantage over the Blaze. This is really the second unit for both teams. And you look at Knight versus Hoare. They've got the advantage there. Robbins comes off the bench. They've just got a little bit more depth.
And Robbins got up and gave him one to go on with. It's desperation. Both players superb.
If this is a foul, I don't know why this should not be unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, you just don't see enough of it.
No, I don't know. I didn't see down the end where the Gold Coast. I think they have called it unsportsmanlike, did they?
Let's listen in.
So what do we got? 0.3? See the hole? No,
just working out how much time on the clock.
Pass it in as soon as it's touched.
29-22 is the score.
I'm just going to check.
Layup, that really should be unsportsmanlike. Simple as that.
As soon as it gets touched.
And I think that's where you'll find Joey Wright's arguing right now.
Right, you're going to the line.
Line up.
Let's listen in here.
Right, you're in the bonus.
Well, we should have two points. The ball going through the net plus 2. The ball went through the net.
Okay, I'll check that out.
So we need to check that out. Did they score, Tony? I was more watching the
yeah, we're all watching down the other end, but it's no different if someone takes, if there's an off-the-ball incident, and you've got to see, I think that they're just giving them 2 shots, this is a foul, but the Gold Coast had an opportunity to score, so even if they don't get the 2 points, they still should be getting 2 shots inside ball as an unsportsmanlike. So
I'd like to see whether they get the...
They're off and they wouldn't be lining up, so I think the Gold Coast can be rightly... I mean, it depends. I didn't actually see down this end whether or not he had an open layup, but still, I'm pretty sure that it was close.
Let's be honest, they haven't got a lot out of what was a pretty bad foul down the other end, have they? They've got 2 shots. He's missed the first one.
Yep.
And he goes to the line to try and get the second. De Leon does get the second. And the Reds need to take a little bit of control now because it got a little heated at the end of this first quarter. The Wildcats at 29, the Blaze at 23. Oh, it's going to be a beauty. Stay with us on 1.